What's going on, world? You're tuned into the Down Money Show. When you're talking real estate, you're talking money down, you're talking down money. And I'm your host, Ransford Renaldo. Philadelphia, we're outside of Philly, in New Jersey, at another eco-friendly location. I'm here with Deanna. Deanna, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
A pleasure.
So, where are we located right now?
We are in Maplewood, New Jersey.
Nice. And how did you choose this location?
Well, I chose Maplewood to live in from living in the city for years. My husband and I moved from the city to New Jersey, and we were looking for a town that was close by, close to the city that he could commute back and forth. And I was working in the city as well. So we lived here for about 8 years, and I stopped working in the city and became a full-time mom. And then when Hard work, yes. I had 2 little kids and, started getting into the preschool PTAs and all that good stuff. I loved every minute of it.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
Absolutely.
Unpaid job.
During that time, I had realized that we were just producing so much trash in our home, so much plastic, so many things that were just going straight to a landfill. So I was just really getting under my skin a little bit because I would get toys for the kids and they'd break after 2 seconds and I'd throw them away. And I was just constantly taking the trash out, having to go to Target all the time for this, that, and the other. And we did a New Year's resolution, 2019. And we said, okay, we're going to really reduce waste in our home. And we really sunk our teeth into this New Year's resolution and really changed our entire home and how we buy our products. This is how Good Bottle started, with me just wanting to change how we consumed all of our products, because in our country, a lot of our recycling was getting sent overseas. And to me, it just did not make sense that I would buy an all-purpose spray bottle and then I would have it for a month. And then when it was done, I would recycle it, and it really wasn't getting recycled. And I just thought there's got to be a different way to consume some of these products. There's nothing wrong with the bottle that I had bought. So I had the idea for a refill shop in our town. And the thing about Maplewood is it is such a close community. We love living here. It's also a very progressive town. So there's a lot of like-minded people that are concerned with the environment. And I thought, if this concept could work, if people really sunk their teeth into this, I think this would be a really good business here, because this is the way I want to shop. And I'm sure there's other people in town that want to shop this way too. So,
and that's Good Bottle
and
refill.
Then, yes, I couldn't get this concept out of my head, and I just had to go forth from there.
Nice. So talk to me a little bit about your setup here.
Yeah.
What can a customer expect when coming in to your location?
Yes. So when they come in, they are allowed to bring their own containers. And the whole concept is you bring your own containers and you fill up on all your household goods so that you don't have to buy plastic bottles over and over and over and over again. We also have pantry items, and we have bath and body products, shampoo, conditioner, shower gel. We have pantry products like olive oil and all sorts of dry food that you can just fill jars and bags instead of buying a new plastic bag or plastic jar or plastic bottle every time you need those items.
And do you guys sell plastic bottles that people can use, or do they have to bring the bottle from home?
They are more than welcome to bring bottles from home, and we also have containers that they can purchase. A lot of people like to say, I want to start clean with all of your bottles and then just bring those back and refill them. So we offer glass and aluminum bottles for sale as well.
Cool. So how did this start? Like, really, you gave us the backstory, but what does it look like practically? Like, when you're putting something like this together?
Well, I started with the concept, and I just kind of asked everyone in town if this is something that they would actually do, because some people are just like, I'm good, I like my products.
Yeah.
But most people I talked to were like, yes, I buy a laundry detergent jug every other month, and every time I put in the recycling, I think I could just refill this instead. It was such an overwhelming response of people wanting this way of shopping that I just was like, okay, we've got to do it. But here was where I had a hard time, because real estate, commercial real estate, it's hard to find a place.
Yeah, location.
Oh my gosh. So I started, I came up with the name Good Bottle Refill Shop, and that was like the first thing. I was like, okay, I got a name. Now what's my next step?
Was it the logo?
Well, I hired an amazing branding company to do our logo, but I did come up with the name. And so my next step was, okay, where am I going to put this store? And it's not a proven concept. There were no refill shops in New Jersey. So it's not like I could go to the refill shop in South Jersey and say, what are you guys doing? There was none.
So you are the first
Yes.
refill shop in New Jersey.
We are the first. Now there's many, but yeah, back in 2019.
You were the first.
Yes.
Well, that's great.
Thank you.
That's great. Everybody needs a follow.
Well, getting open was, finding a space was the hardest, because I thought I'm really nervous I didn't have a ton of money to put into this store. I just was like, okay, if I'm going to go out on this and it's not a proven concept, I don't want to have this huge amount of rent to pay. I didn't have a business loan. I was just doing it with money that I had. So I was like, okay, I'm not willing to take that huge of a risk, but I'm trying to find a place. And word got out about my concept, and lo and behold, there were some other entrepreneurs in town that were opening a marketplace called the General Store in Maplewood. It was just like fate. I thought, oh my God, this is exactly what I need, because they wanted an anchor for their space. They wanted to have the refill shop inside their cafe. They had a gift shop. They had a cheese shop, and I would be part of that space. And that was like kind of my big break, because I didn't have, I could share the expenses with all the other businesses. And it was it was just a genius concept to me, because it was a way of starting my business without taking this gigantic risk. And I had other businesses that I could hang out with during the day.
Yeah, well, by the way, your shop, this is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Coming in here, you want to know this is different businesses. The way you guys have put it together, it's so seamless and it's so light and airy. Really makes you want to come in and enjoy all you guys have to offer.
Thank you. Thank you.
As far as innovations in the future, where do you see this thing going?
Well, as far as innovations, I feel like it is very clear to me after, we're on our 5th year. It's very clear to me that people really are, just like I was, are disgusted with the amount of single-use plastic, and they need other options. I think refill shops need to grow and get bigger. I also think that people need to change the way they consume. This needs to be embraced a lot more than it is right now for it to get into a bigger concept. It's a lot of hard work having a refill shop, because there's so many things that we have to do behind the scenes, and the way we support a circular economy. So all of our brands take back containers. So if they send us a 5-gallon bucket, we are able to send it back to them. They clean it, sanitize it, refill it, and send it back to us. So we don't have any waste on our end. And that's really important to us. So I think manufacturers, to get to the next step, need to embrace the circular economy in a much bigger way. I also think that, there's an opportunity, as much as I hate to say this, because I'm all about shopping local, shopping small, and that's what we're all about. All the brands that we support are honestly like makers, the gal that makes our bath bombs, and we have toilet bombs, which is a new way to clean your toilet. Instead of a plastic bottle, there's, an actual solid thing that you can put to clean your toilet, put in your toilet to clean it. There's a gal in Newark that makes that, so we source from local people. But to answer your question about how this gets bigger and what the future is, I think that bigger companies need to embrace the circular economy lifestyle in a much bigger way.
Do you think we can see you leading the charge?
I mean, I would love that. I would love that, and I think that there's an opportunity for that. We are really, really pushing and trying to get out there in a bigger way and grow. But it really comes down to the consumer and having, I would love to have at least even like 30% of the town to switch to a refill concept in their own home. If they shopped here instead of going to Target, I could open up another store in the next town over. So it really is going to take a lot more people to embrace this way of shopping.
Wow, we definitely need more strong-willed people like you to lead the charge on just changing the way we go about living.
Yes, I mean that's what it's all about. There's corporate responsibility and then there's consumer responsibility. And I think that a lot of consumers think that what they're doing doesn't make a difference. I've worked in retail my whole life. I was a buyer at Bloomingdale's and I was a buyer at Macy's. And what I always say, everything we did was about what the customer was buying. Mm-hmm. So if the customer's not buying something, we are not providing it, because that's just us losing money.
Yeah.
If we have stuff, we need it to sell. If we have things on the selling floor that are not selling, that's hurting us. The thing that I tell people is that if we continue to buy Diet Coke in a plastic bottle, they're going to keep making it in a plastic bottle. Everyone said, let's stop buying Coke in a plastic bottle and only buy an aluminum can because it's so much more easy to recycle. Then maybe Coke could say, okay, let's just go forward with aluminum cans. I mean, that's kind of a very simple example, but I honestly do believe that those types of things make a difference.
I agree with that 100%. So something else I wanted to touch on, because I absolutely love it. I'm an entrepreneur myself, and when I hear someone go into their mind and take what's in their mind and put it into the world, just like wakes me up in the morning. So talk to me about your entrepreneurial journey. Were you an entrepreneur before this, or was this your first venture?
Yeah, this is definitely my first venture. However, I was always an entrepreneur at heart. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was in high school. But once I got to college, I realized very quickly that I wanted to do something in the fashion industry. I majored in fashion merchandising and marketing, and I realized in college that I wanted to be a buyer. And so that was really like my goal, getting out of college to become a buyer. And I did that. And I became a buyer for Macy's, and then I transferred to Bloomingdale's, and that's my career path. And those jobs as a buyer, you are very entrepreneurial. You have to find new brands, you have to get really strategic with merchandising. And from the financial aspect, you have to get really creative about how you're spending your money and what needs to go and what needs to stay. And so though that working at that company, although it's very corporate, it was also allowed me to really feel and be an entrepreneur.
Nice. So what type of advice would you give an entrepreneur coming up that has a potential idea that they want to bring into the world?
I would say the two things. It's okay to fail in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I've had many setbacks, and I've had times where I really didn't think I could get to the next level, or didn't think that this was going to last. Just sticking with it, honestly, has really shown me that this is going to work, and this is something that people want. COVID was really hard on us, and what we did was we just kind of completely changed our business model because we had to shut the store down. So we opened up a delivery service then. I honestly thought that maybe we wouldn't be able to reopen. But what really happened was we didn't have a website when we opened because we didn't need a website. I wasn't selling things online. I was just telling everyone to get to the store. So when COVID happened, we switched to a delivery model, and now we just added to our business model a delivery service. So not only can you come to the store and refill, we also deliver locally for free. And we take back the empty containers, clean them, sanitize them, put them back into production. So that was a big lesson for me because I did not think that we would make it through COVID. And instead, we stuck with it and we opened a delivery service.
So just keep going. That is such.
I don't know.
That's so impactful. No, it's impactful. That is very impactful. Like, just keep going. If you don't, how many people stop?
Yeah.
Right before they reach the goal, right? They stop. But just keep going is really strong.
It was tempting to stop, but I was like, you know what? We can make this work. We're bringing the refill shop to the customers.
So you touched on one thing there, the delivery. I had no idea you guys do that.
Yes.
That is amazing. What does that look like?
Yes. So it is called Good Bottle Loop. And what happens is customers will go onto our website and they'll order their products. We deliver it to their doorstep in our sustainable bottles and jars. So it's all glass and aluminum. And when they are ready for, let's say they bought dish soap, hand soap, and laundry detergent, 3 different containers. When they're ready for a refill or, they need a new supply, they go online and they order their second order. They leave their empty bottles out for us. And we take the empty bottles and we leave them the filled bottles. And whatever bottles they give us back, we'll refund them 100%. Because what we're trying to do is make it just like the refill shop. You only buy a jar once, right? And then you can refill it over and over. And it's the same concept online. You buy the jar once, and if you return it, you get paid back for that jar.
Not a bad deal at all.
Yeah. People like it. They like getting their refund. We do bottle delivery and returns.
And how far do you come out? Can I get this in Philadelphia? Can I get a special service?
There's some really great refill shops in Philadelphia, though, too.
We hit you.
Unfortunately, no, not yet. But we are delivering. We'll be delivering to New York very soon.
Oh, that's good to hear. Well, I'm sure New York City will be very happy.
Yes.
Well, that's it. This has been great. Thank you for having us. Thank you for taking the time again to meet with us. World, you have it here. You're tuned into the Down Money Show, where if you're talking real estate, you're talking money down, and you're also talking sustainability with Good Bottle Refill. So, would you come back on? And what do you think about the show?
I thought it was great. Oh my gosh, I would love to come back on the show. This was awesome. This was really fun.
Thank you.